Okay, if you guys can hear me, let me know. So we're gonna get going now in 1 second. Let me know in the chats, guys, that you can hear me, and then we're gonna get stuck in. I'm very fortunate we're here with a young brother from another mother,
Young
Filipino,
buck.
young Bucky
Young buck.
Wucky, young Buck all the way in Florida. We're going to get going in 2 seconds. So if you can hear this, guys, let me know, and we're going to get going. Let me just thank some people, and then we're off to the races. Also, guys, if you have questions of the journey of Philip from going from 6K a month when he started with us to now, as you just mentioned, it was nearly 40,000 a month in January alone. Let us know, guys. Let us know about that journey. Let us know what you're looking for. Let us know what it takes to be able to go and do that. Let us know if you're on that journey. Let us know what you sell. Let us know where you're from. Let us know, guys, in the chat so we can best structure out these conversations, but also best structure out our trainings for you guys moving forward into the rest of 2024. All right, give me one more minute, guys, and we're going to get going. So if you can hear me, guys, if you can do one of those couple of things, let me know in the chat, and I'm going to check it in about 10 seconds.
How long does it take you to do your hair in the morning?
Dude, I went on a walk. It's so fucking windy today, so like messed up. Fix it. How long does it take for you to do your hair?
10 seconds. And then it's because I'm going bald.
Right, let's get going. Philip, appreciate you, my friend. How are you? What's going
Sure.
on? Behaving
Doing
yourself?
good. Good. February is a new month, so commissions have reset. So it's definitely exciting to start another one after a killer fucking January.
Yeah, it always goes back to 0, 0, as I keep telling you guys and coach you guys every single day. It goes back to 0, 0 every single month. So let's just give the guys a bit of a snapshot before we get going, and then I'm going to have a listen to your story, where you've come from, how you ended up in sales, what you're currently doing, and what you've done to get to where you are today. Just to give people a snapshot. So when Philip joined, he was roughly as a setter, wanted to transition into being a full-time closer. Obviously, the same issues, lack of confidence, lack of certainty, lack of conviction, lack of everything, not really having the skill set to be able to transition up, which was absolutely normal. We see it every single day. We coach it every single day, and we develop it every single day. And we make people leaders, okay? When they don't want to be, when they're not able to be, I make it so, because that's what it is. That's what we do. That's why we are elite. Now, over the last couple of months, our dear friend Philip has gone from making around 5, 6 thousand every single month to upwards of $35,000 a month. This kid is 19 years of age. Okay, just bear that in mind, guys. When I was 19 years of age, I was still eating my own snots. All right, 19 years of age. This kid is a fucking weapon. This kid is going to take over sales. These are the people that I want to coach. These are the people that are excelling, and these are the new leaders where the sales organizations and frameworks and kind of coaching capacity is going over the next 5, 10 years. So without further ado, I'm going to open up the floor to our dear friend Philip. He's going to give us a bit of a backstory of how he ended up in here and where he's currently at today. All right, Philip, let's go for it, buddy.
Yeah, let's do it. So I got into sales probably December 8th was like my first little bit of online business, December 8th of 2022. So even in online business, I'm pretty damn fucking new. But through a mutual friend, I got connected with this guy named Ben Bader. He's like this marketer. He's pretty well connected in the space. And he told me about this thing called high ticket sales. I didn't know what that was. And I kind of like half-assed the work here and there. And I eventually landed on an offer through him, started setting, and then picked up another setting offer. And then I was just like trying to stack setting offers,
Yeah.
um, 3 or 4 of them. And my best month was like 8, 9K. But the month before joining the objection box, I was at like 5, 6. And that was the same month I actually moved out into my new apartment here. in Tampa, Florida. But I got into the objection box elite in what was it, July, right, Bill?
Something like that, July, August,
Yeah,
2021.
July, something like that. And one of Ben's friends, he needed another closer, and I had no experience closing. Like I was setting, and I mean, I knew if I didn't get Bill Walsh's training, then I'd kind of be fucked. And I experienced that because for the first 2 weeks, I was closing and like I didn't know what I was doing, right? Through a good friend, Kishan, who's also inside Elite, he was teaching me and training me here and there. But like I knew if I wanted the actual level experience to close all these fucking deals and be the top performer, I would need serious help. And then I started to make 10K a month and then 15K a month. And then I averaged 20K a month for 3 months. And then last month was my month of 35K a month prior to becoming sales manager in now February. So hopefully that 35 becomes 40 to 45K a month.
Do you know what? I always say these to people that are a little bit older than you, Philip. And when people come and ask me and they come and talk to me about people and stuff like that, I say to them all the time, my biggest fear is that the training, the development, the education that we're giving some of you younger guys and the success that you're having in terms of what you're able to earn really quickly in your life, you're skipping all of the difficulties. And you're also skipping all of the lessons and you're skipping all of the education. And my biggest fear for all of you guys that are under 21, 22, 23, 4 years of age, making upwards of 15, 20, even $35,000 a month is fucking godly money at that age, is that it it gets too much too fast too soon. How do you mitigate that? What are you doing on a daily, weekly basis to keep yourself grounded and keep your feet in the ground? Because that's my biggest fear for you.
Honestly, I don't think I'm making a lot of money. Like to me, it doesn't seem like this crazy bit of money. I'm kind of so like
The
a lot of
problem.
my yeah, to I mean to okay, to my friends back home in high school and in college now, they're just partying every single day and not really thinking of their future. So to them, it's a lot of fucking money. But when you're friends with guys who are making nowhere less than 20K a month and as high as 500K a month, one of my best friends is making 500K a month, 35K a month doesn't seem like a lot. And to me, like I still feel like I'm a small fish playing in this very big fucking ocean. So I can't say I'm doing anything to kind of like ground myself if I just constantly want more and more. So
That's my biggest fear. And even making 500,000 a month is just fucking ridiculous in the sense of life. And that's my biggest fear with people making too much money too fast, too soon, too quick in life is that you miss all of the lessons, all of the, kicks in the nuts all the way up. That's my biggest fear all the time. But again, I only do what I'm asked to do. When people come in and they train, they develop, they fucking hold the line, they meet me in the middle, they want and they're willing. I put them in the game, and the education puts the ball in the back of the net. So I do my job. After that, it's a concern for me, but it's not my problem, as they say. Let me ask you this: why did you join?
you want to know the real reason of joining?
Yes, I do know what's
So
yes, I don't want to know
so
about everything.
the business owner that I started working with, Cardinal Mason, he didn't entirely trust me fully with taking these sales calls, and he had every right to do so because I've never taken a sales call before. So I kind of bought the lead to show him that I'm committed to this and I want to take this seriously.
Wow.
I fucking split paid the program. It was 16 racks at the time. And I showed him that like this is something I want to do and I'm gonna put every ounce of effort into your company. So that was the reason why I joined Elite. And it really changed the game because I think going back to my sales calls in July before joining Elite to now it's completely different.
Yeah. What's different? Let people know because that's key. People would just be like, listen to this and be like, well, what were you doing back then? What are you doing now? Like, what's the difference? Bill couldn't be this fucking magician or the guys can't be this
Yeah.
magician, what they're doing. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, you don't think Bill's a magician until you actually go through the elite. But I was just like reading off scripts and like just asking pointless questions like here and there, just trying to fill the void and fill the gap. Until I joined like your guys' program, and it sounds like I'm saying this because I'm through it. It sounds like you guys are paying me to say this. I'm not. But like I can understand what people are saying and how to respond to that, what questions to kind of build on top of what they're saying, and I don't have to read off a script anymore. I don't have anything memorized. My pitch is memorized, but that's kind of normal. But yeah, like I can just talk to people normally and it's like builds a gap from where they are today from to where they want to be
Mm.
and make it pretty effortlessly as well.
Everything you've done up to this point has obviously put you in the best position. What have you done in terms of sales training previously?
Um, Sales training, I went through Closer Cartel
That's
program.
Alex,
Um,
um, what's his name? Luke
Luke,
Alexander.
yeah.
Yeah, good. What else have you done?
Um, Besides that, I mean that's not kind of it. Just Closer Cartel and Injection Box Elite. But with Luke, I started as an appointment setter. I even worked with Luke for a good amount of time. Um, and I mean they taught me a lot. It was definitely a good program, and the head coach is actually Kishan. He does it really well inside. I learned a lot, and I that's probably a really great starting point in terms of sales.
We know Kishan. Obviously, we've coached and developed him too. We brought him from fucking 2, 3 grand a month up to over 20 grand a month. So everything he knows, I taught him. So there you go.
Yeah.
And I like Luke. Luke's a good guy. He's actually done a lot of stuff for, a lot of good people as well. So you're absolutely right. There's a way to start in this industry. There's a way to kind of get your feet wet. It's why we brought out the family group. It's why we brought out that kind of process where we were kind of like helping, young bucks get into sales, but also get to their first kind of 10K month. And then obviously it all kicks in then from there with the lead and everything else. But yeah, everyone is able to help if they know what they're doing, that's for sure. Let me ask you this. You moved to Tampa. Where did you move from?
Suburbs of Chicago, so
Okay.
nothing,
Ah,
yeah,
you're a Kanye fan.
nothing. Yeah. And I moved here because I mean it was either this or Miami, but I moved here because it's being surrounded by people that don't think like you and don't, have the same future as and goals as you, um, versus surrounded by people who want the same things as you and are pushing you every single day and want the best for you and they want to get to, the 30, 50K, 100K months. Being surrounded by them versus being surrounded by, college kids who are just partying every single day and just fucking off. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
And I think that joining courses like these and communities like these definitely help you a lot better when you're, in your hometown. But moving out of your hometown, it's a complete fucking game changer.
All
Completely.
proximity. It's all getting around the right people. It's all elevating your circle. It's all building your community based on different ethos, energy, mindset, frameworks, how they live their life, everything. I always tell people my business is a reflection of me,
Yeah.
what I do every day and the people that I lead every day. We're in charge of 150 families, whether you realize it or not, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis with all the students. And then we have all of the community, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's right, it's proximity. When you get around the right people and you lead from the front and you learn from people that you're looking to for inspiration, that's how you grow. And that's what brings you back to a minute ago where you said what you're making is a drop in the ocean compared to what you're seeing, which is fucking stupid and crazy all in itself, and that's great, because that means you're on the right track. That means, you're not resting on your laurels and you're not fucking, sitting back and playing the game small. Where do you want to go to though? What's the goal? You're 19, 20 years of age, you can't even fucking drink, you barely get a girl pregnant. So like where do you want to go? Where do you want to be like in the next 3, 4, 5, even 10 years?
That's a great question. And I honestly couldn't tell you. I know the end goal is to retire my parents, buy them a car, buy them a house, and not have to worry about money for them and myself. 3, 4 years, I have no fucking clue, right? Will I be in sales? Maybe. Will I not? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I think if I do the same things every single day and I'm constantly putting in the work, I know I'll get to where I want to be.
Mm.
That's regardless.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, right, and I always tell all you guys time and time again, when you do 3, 4, 5, 6 months back to back, you make 30 grand a month, you can fucking have a good life. You know, the stress, the worry, the anxiety, the bills, the fucking healthcare, whatever it is, you know, the cars, the watches, the clothes, whatever the fuck you want to have, you can actually have. And people don't realize they're that close to making this a reality for themselves. Why did you back yourself? Why did you jump in 2 feet, head over heels, fucking whatever you want to call it, dived off the deep end? Why did you back yourself? Why did you believe in yourself? Why did you believe in me and my team more so?
Yeah, I mean, first, like just making money in general. My family is Polish, so all Polish people know is just like
Polish.
hands-on.
Oh, if
Yeah,
I knew you were Polish, but I wouldn't have brought you in. No way, Jose.
it's they just know construction and trucking. So I was constantly surrounded by that life. And like my uncle's, early 30s, and I mean he's breaking his back and he's gonna do that for the rest of his life. I worked my fair share of normal jobs. And I just see people that are 40, 50 years old still living paycheck to paycheck, have a family to feed, have to put food on the table, and like they can't do that working their shitty jobs. And like I was surrounded by that for many years of my life, and I didn't want that, right? I didn't want to end up like that. I don't want to break my back until I'm 50 years old, even 60. Some people, like that's not the life I envisioned. And that's kind of what my parents came to Poland here for, is for me to get a degree and get a normal job and work at a bank or whatever for the rest of my life. I didn't want that either, right? So I had to find something if I wanted to escape that kind of matrixy life, kind of a cringe term, but the Matrix, right? Um, I believed in Bill because I saw other people winning, right? Kitchen, he's one of my best friends. He joined the program and he said, like, holy fuck, like this is literally a game changer, right? And his skills vastly improved. Another one, Alex Signs, one of the boys as well. He went through the elite, and it was kind of word of mouth. I didn't really know too much about Bill. I trusted him, with my friends. So I literally said, "Hey, Bill, like send me the payment link. I'm ready." Like I didn't even hop on a sales call or anything. I just said, "Hey,
I
Bill."
actually cycled on a bike. I was on
Yeah.
75 and I remember actually this voice message, and it's like, I'm on a bike and I'm cycling and I'm going to send you a link because I don't want to speak to you. So I don't need to speak to you. Here's a link. I'll see you on the other side. But you're right. Everything that we've done, predominantly 90% of it has been word of mouth. We've coached in 20 months, 2,400 students, you know, which is pretty insane when you don't put on ads. Now we have flitter here and there and ads and stuff like that, but I'm talking, we compete with guys who put 500,000 a month into ads. You know, it's a lot of money to be putting into ads. There's a lot of money that we can have to compete with. And the only way we can compete with that, Philip, is that we actually deliver and we actually produce, you know. And what really was important, what you just said, was the other two guys, you know, Alec, Kishan, who's now a coach in his own right, you know, who couldn't fucking close a door when I met him. And he'll tell you that too. So to be able to produce and at the volume and the level that we produce, you know, is a testament, not to me, it's to Jack and Nick and James and Jacob and fucking Sicker and all of the boys, because you know they're all pulling in the one direction. Our goal is to fucking, you know, really change how people do sales.
Yeah.
We gotta change the culture within people. We gotta change the outcome that they want out of things. We've gotta, you know, pull the leadership out of them that's already in them. You know, and that's the key. Because I know now that you're starting to lead your own sales teams. So what are you seeing in the market? What are you seeing from people that are, you know, coming behind you and that are looking for you for leadership? What are you seeing?
What do you mean by that? What do I see in terms of
What
like
I
the
mean is
people
like, what are people missing? What are people lacking? What are people, you know, entering into the space thinking that it's going to be? Like, what are all of those elements that you're looking at and seeing that need to change for a lot of people to get where they want to go?
I mean, even with the people I hire, with my sales team, it's like not everyone like I when I first got into sales, I was thinking like there's not enough offers out there for people to become collision setters on for. That's completely wrong, right?
Mm.
Honestly, like I only hire people word of mouth, and like there's so many guys that are just like not good. Like they're just not good. I'm not gonna hire those people. What I can see is like the main thing that people are missing out in this like field is competency. No one's really competent. I see that like they just like read scripts and like sound robotic and like some of the stuff like they just like can't hold normal conversations. I hop on calls with people to like hire them onto my sales team and like it just even them having a normal conversation with me just doesn't sound right. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think it just boils down to just being competent.
Competent meaning skills, or competent meaning like this kid is a fucking retard. This kid is like beyond,
Oh,
stupidity.
yeah, competent in life. There's just a lot of people that are just not built for it. I think Andy Frisella, creator of 75 Hard, he made this quote, or he made this statistic, but it was like 7% of people are actually built out to be entrepreneurs, and of those 7% of people, only 1% make it. And I think that's exactly what I see. Only like 1% of these people are going to make it.
Yes, I will throw it back at you. Not everyone is born to be an entrepreneur. Okay. There's a lot of money to be had, and there's a lot of money sitting on the table to actually support businesses.
Yeah.
You don't own the business that you run, but yes, you're able to take 35 grand off the fucking table every month, plus, 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 plus. So the entrepreneur has to take on the stress, the worry, the anxiousness, the fucking payroll, the this, the that, the everything, like I got to do every day. We went from me and myself to fucking over 10 people in the space of 13, 14 months, that I have to provide for, and that I got to coach, and then I got to lead, so it's not for everybody. A big thing, obviously, then at the competency is a lack of skill set. People think, you know, but also they're sold the wrong thing, and I will say that, people are sold the idea that all you got to do is find this influencer and you just got to take the sales calls. You're going to make
Yeah.
$1,000 your call. And it's wrong, and look, I'm not going to throw shade, but there's people that you and I both know that are saying this, that are coaching this, that are telling people this, getting them into a space that just absolutely eat them alive. And one thing that I've never done is I've never lied to somebody on the front end to make money on the back end.
Yeah.
And if you're in that position, just know you will get found out. There's probably a lot of you in the chat somewhere. Okay, let me know if you're falling into the industry like that, where you were told that you're going to have 10K in 10 weeks and it's all going to be easy. All you got to do is sign the dotted line. You give me $6,000. Doesn't work, unfortunately. And then people come into this industry and realize, fuck, I got to overcome all these objections. I got to actually have an honest conversation. I actually have to lead here, and I have to actually slap this person about. I actually have to get them out of their own way. It's the issue.
And people don't, I mean, some people discredit me for the like amount of time I've been in the space. Like it's been a year and a month or two. They don't see all the back end stuff as well, right? They
What is
don't
the back?
see,
That's good. What is the back end stuff? What is the stuff that you've actually done internally? Like, what is that type of work? Because there's going to be a lot of people in the chats. There's going to be a lot of people on Facebook that are going to look at it and be like, how can this kid go from, a year ago not being in sales to 13, 14, 15 months later making over $35,000 a month? Yes, he's got a tremendous skill because I've fucking given him, but what have you actually done yourself that has allowed you to become a leader that you are today?
in sales, one of the main things is network, having a great network. I'll never be broke ever again just because of the people I have around me. But what people don't see is they see 35K a month, which is cool, right? But like none of this stuff was easy, right? None of this is, taking sales calls on the beach and just fucking off in Mexico for a month and taking 2, 3 calls a day. No, I have my calendar open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., 8:30, 9 every single day. On the
Yep.
weekends, I have it from 10 to 4 on Saturday, and then from Sunday, I'm taking calls till 8, right? I do that every single day. I've maybe taken 6 days off the past year and 2 months.
Yeah.
When my mom came to visit me, those are the only days I've ever taken, off, right? No one sees the amount of hours I put into this. No one sees, I missed the gym. I can't make food for myself, so I just order food, and then when I have a no-show, I eat it. No one sees that stuff, right? There's
No.
endless nights, sleepless nights. I'm staying up. I end my calls and I'm super fucking stressed. And then I have to do sales managing stuff and I have to review calls and then I have to, keep my relationships alive and talk with my business owner. Like there's a lot of fucking stuff that actually goes into this. And it's not just taking 2, 3 calls a day and making 10K a month. That's not the reality.
No, it's not. And I'm actually glad that you said it, because when I say it, people are always like, oh, Bill is just trying to fucking, talk about the negatives and this, that, and the other. Like, it's not actually negatives, fuck it. It's just the reality of the situation, okay? You cannot just take 35 grand off the table without all the other shit. You cannot just have 2, 3 calls a day and just automatically pull that off the table. You know, you got to work around the clock. You got to pour into yourself, skill set. You got to pour into your mental health. You got to pour into your physical health as best as you possibly can. You got to do everything you possibly can and needed to get to the level of income that you want. But also understand, Philip, it's not forever. And that's why I said to you when you started, give me 6 months of your time, give me 12 months of your fucking dedication. I'll turn you into a position where you never have to worry again. And that's where you kind of are now. Okay. So everything I said to you, I promised you and I actually delivered on. But also you delivered on yourself. You promised it to yourself. You know, and I said to you, there's going to be days where you're not going to be able to go to the gym. There's going to be days when you can't go to the, beach and hang around with the boys and have a fucking Corona. There's going to be days that you're going to have to turn up on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning
Yeah.
when you're hungover, when you don't want to. And that's the reality, and that's what people don't see as well. People just think that you come in, you lick a stone, and then off you go. 6 months later, I've turned you into a machine. No, that's not how it goes. It's going to be a constant battle over and
Even
over.
yesterday, there was a Super Bowl. I had calls till 8 p.m. Even though I made no money yesterday, right? Because all the calls were either broke or no showed. I still have to show up, right? And that happens constantly where I mean I miss events. My friends want to go hang out and I can't do that, or I'm back home for the weekend and my friends want to go to the mall or go to downtown Chicago, for example, and I can't do that because I'm constantly fucking working and I'm
Yeah,
constantly building for my future self and my future family.
correct. Absolutely. All right, let's take a couple of questions from the group. John O'Neill says, can you read out some of these as well, Jack? Because I can't see them all. John O'Neill says, know what you know now. If you were giving advice to yourself 6 to 12 months ago, what would you tell yourself to look for specifically on an offer? Red flags, green flags. Also, I want to add into that, what would you improved on 12 months ago that you did improve on that allowed you to get to where you are today? I will add that in there because there's no point just looking at offers, because looking at offers is fuck all, because if you're not the best that you can be, you're going to get overlooked on all of the offers anyway. So I'll ask you that. So what would you be telling yourself 6, 12 months ago? But also what do you know now that if you told yourself 6, 12 months ago that you needed to develop, what would that be?
Skill set, first of all, I mean, I got into setting first, which was fine, right? Getting into setting is a great starter point, but I kind of neglected closing and I didn't learn it at all while I was setting, which that was one thing I kind of regretted because I could have been making a lot more money faster if I was doing that, and if I got the skill set sooner. That's one thing, but the next thing is personal brand, network. And building connections, right? I have a decent amount on Twitter. I'm kind of neglecting it right now, but if I started a year ago and if I started posting every single day, I would be in a lot better position, right? I would probably be making more money just because I would know more people and be able to hop on offer to offer. I can do that now, right? But I mean, 12 months ago, I'd be doing that a lot easier. So that's one thing you can't neglect either is building a personal brand.
Okay, so skill set and personal brand.
Personal
Okay.
brand network, yeah.
Okay, so skill set, personal brand, and network. And what have I told you since the first time I met you?
I have no idea. In Texas?
No, no. What was the first thing I said to you that you need to improve on to take on this industry properly?
Oh, skill set.
And what were the other ones?
Um,
3 Rs. We call them 3 Rs. What are they?
3 Rs.
Yeah. I'll tell you. So you got to build your results.
Yeah.
Got to build your reputation, and you got to build your relationship. So exactly what you just said. In
Oh,
different ways.
yeah,
You said
exactly.
sales, you said network and branding. What did I say? All the time. From the moment I started in sales, I told you all. And Philip is a fucking direct correlation of this. Okay, 6 grand to over 35 grand in fucking months. Results, relationships, reputation. Your results are your skill set. Okay. What do you produce every single day, every single week? Your relationships is your fucking network. It's who you know, it's who you shake hands with, it's what offers they can get you on. Your relationships, okay, is your branding. What do people know of you? What do they want around you? What are you providing the market that people want to attract to? Okay. It's the 3 Rs. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Results, relationships, and reputation. If you do those things all the time, guys, and you go after it all the time, this is what it means. It means you can go from 6K all the way up to 36K, 40K, whatever it is, at fucking 19 years of age. Okay. I'm not telling you shit that I haven't done. I'm not telling you shit that I haven't produced and promised for people. Yeah. Skill sets. Okay. Network, Branding is the same thing as results, relationship, and reputation. Anyone else? Keep them coming, guys. Drop your comments in the chat. Now, let me ask you this. How many offers have you been on, or how many offers do you get pushed away on a daily basis, I guess? Because
How
you're
many
able to
offers?
do what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I could literally pick up an offer tomorrow if worst case scenario I get fired today. It's that easy, like at least a 10K OT offer. And I can do that literally any day because of the connections I have and because of the relationships I have. But I've been on, let's see, one setting offer where it was kind of a little bit of a bad experience because I didn't even get paid for it. And there was, I kind of got fucked over because like they had nothing, they had no systems built out. It was literally just me, their only setter, and they didn't even have a CRM at the time. So I had to tell them to build that out, but I didn't get paid for that. And then I worked on a DM setting offer and then a phone setting offer at the same time. And then I picked up another offer. So I was stacking like 3, 4 offers at once, but you shouldn't do that. But I was doing it and I kind of got in trouble because some of the business owners found out. But I was working with a cohort event. I don't know if I should be saying names, but I worked with them. So I've been on probably 4 or 5 offers before I just ditched everything and then just focused on one closing. Because I was making, 4
Yeah.
offers, 6 to 10K a month, but now I have one offer making 30, 40K a month. So it's definitely a lot
Big
better.
thing though, the big thing that I want people to understand is when you have a skill set and people know your name, people know that you got a reputation and you actually fucking deliver, you will have more offers than you actually need or want. Let me ask you another question. So from something fucking Seaver, I'm not even going to attempt your first name, kid. Did you get your first offer because you were in the program? Question mark.
No.
Okay. What helped you get into the best offer that you've had up to this point?
Network, right? I owe a lot to the one who got me into this online space, Ben Bader. He literally knows everyone, every business owner, and through him I could literally hop on anyone's fucking offer.
Mhm. Good. Yeah. But also, right, and this is what I want people to understand. That gentleman that you named once or twice, I don't know him personally, but he is not going to recommend jack shit for you if you fuck up his relationships and his reputation.
Exactly.
So you got to be able to produce. You got to be able to go in there and hit the ground running and actually produce money for these business owners. Because
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, okay? I don't care what you are. If you do not produce, you're not getting put on. Like my brother's here, right? He's my twin. We're in the womb together for 9 months. Love him dearly, to bits, right? Would do anything for him, okay? But I cannot put him in an offer that I know he can't produce because there's 2 things that are going to happen. Number one, my reputation is fucked. Number two, he's going to be busted up confidence wise. There you go. Happy birthday to me. He's going to be busted up confidence wise because he cannot get it and he cannot do
Yeah.
it and cannot produce, which is going to be a detrimental effect for everybody. So the reason why that gentleman has put you in different offers and helped you and all of that stuff is because he knows if he hits the ball in the air, you're going to catch it. And that's
Exactly.
what people need to understand. That's what you fuckheads need to understand in this community. Skill sets, relationships, branding. It's called reputation, results, relationships. If you do those things all the time, okay, if you do it constantly, you will make sales your full-time gig and you will have success. Okay, that is it. That is it. Right, let's get one or two more questions, guys. If you want a question, guys, just bear in mind, guys, most of you will probably never touch $35,000 a month. Ask the fucking questions that you want to ask, okay? This is the difference between being a spectator and being a player. Do you want to play the game? If you want to play the game, these are the people you want to ask. You want to ask me, you want to ask Philip, you want to ask Jack. Let us know, let us help you, let us know what the fuck you're doing, okay?
Philip, I'll ask you a question. What
Let's hear it.
what what do you feel was the biggest shift in your mindset that actually made you want to pursue sales? Of course, the money is fantastic and working remotely is great, all that kind of buzz, okay? But what was it that actually said, okay, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to get after this, and this is something that I can be good at, and this is something that I'm going to be good at?
Yeah. I mean, big motivators, like I kind of mentioned before, was like the people that I was working around, like the fucking 40, 50-year-olds. My ex broke up with me at the time as well, and I was broke with her. I couldn't fucking spend a dime on her.
Or,
But
oh, or, do you love her?
do I love her now?
Yeah.
No.
All right, fuck her. She did you a favor. She gave you a little
Yeah,
She
fight.
gave you the fuel to burn, man. That's what she
Yeah,
did.
she gave you the fire
yeah,
in the arsehole to fucking go out there and say, you know what? I'm gonna fucking smoke you now, sister.
Thanks
Good.
for
yeah.
ruining the question.
Oh,
She'll never touch a man like me anymore. So
Who's laughing now? But like, I
exactly.
suppose to go back on that then, like, what would you focus on first off if you were just starting in sales like tomorrow? If you were deciding to go into sales tomorrow, what would you focus on right away?
Yeah, it was hard because I mean I kind of like slacked off my first month or two in sales. But the main thing is skill set, first of all. Like that comes before anything.
Yeah.
If you have, if you're able to do results, like that's a game changer.
Yeah.
That's what I would focus on the first thing. And then after that, like just putting my name out there, connecting with a bunch of like if I went back to zero, this is exactly what I do. I would be focusing on my skill set. If I had money, invest in a course. If I didn't have money, just like YouTube Academy. But after that, just like start doing mock calls, started talking to my friends, running mocks with them, practice calls. You could literally hit up people on Twitter or on Facebook, say, hey, like, I mean, I'm kind of new to the space, but I'd really like to learn from you, and I saw you're an elite. Would you like to run a mock? Like people do that. I don't respond to those people, but some people do.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. And like, would it be fair to say, I know you mentioned network a lot today, and I hope
yeah,
people just don't think that networking is just going to get you to where you want to go, because we do get a lot of people that we speak to that just want to do the easy thing, which is send a message here and send a message there and be in
yeah,
somebody's comments. But I think what people need to take away from what Philip is saying about networking is Philip didn't meet this person when he was a child. It's not a lifelong childhood friend that he met in Chicago. It was when Philip came down to Tampa and started to produce and started to build up his own skill set that actually granted him value to be valuable to these kind of people. And that's when he was able to use his network to get even further. You know, that's what people don't understand, is that you have to have something of value to be around other high value people to get into these offers, to have those doors open for you. Because as Bill said, if you don't have the skills and you don't have the reputation and you don't have the results, people aren't going to take a chance to give you what you want, especially when they've worked so hard to build up their own reputation. Okay.
it's kind of like this,
What's
right?
really
Like,
important in this space is your
break
reputation.
this down. Break
Right.
this down, guys, right? Break this down. Like logically think of it is take the emotions out of it, right? Do this, right? Okay. We'll do it as a business owner. We'll do it as a high ticket closer. Okay. Let's do the business owner first. First. I make $1 million a year, right? Let's just say that. Do you think that I want to network with people that don't make $1 million a year, that are just starting off in sales, that cannot produce, that have not produced, and cannot show what they've produced? Do you think a business owner wants to network with that type of person? Do you think a business owner giving his energy to a conversation, to a relationship, is going to give him an ROI? If the answer is no, just understand network isn't it. Now, let's do the other side. Let's do a salesperson. Now, the salesperson is making 20,000 a month. He's like Philip, he's working pretty long hours, 50, 60 hours a week, putting the time in, whether it's training, whether it's call reviews, whether it's building out infrastructures as a sales manager, whether it's actually taking calls, whether it's reviewing team members' calls. He's putting a lot of time into his craft. You get on the blower, you blow up his DMs. Hey, I'm just starting off in sales. Can I have an hour of your time? Now, Philip's hour is worth $500 to $1,000 per hour. Why would Philip want to network with you? The answer is he ain't, because you are not providing anything of value in return. This is what people do not understand when it comes to networking. What are you bringing to the table that that person wants to engage in? If you bring nothing other than your enthusiasm, other than I just saw you on fucking Facebook, I just saw you on Instagram, I just saw you on fucking Twitter, you look cool, kind of taking out of your time. The answer is no today. It's going to be no tomorrow. It's going to be no for the rest of your life. Just no, okay? I get blown up 100 DMs a day across all my social medias. I get people asking me, can I work for you for free? Can I do this? Can I do that? All the time. You wouldn't believe it. All the time. The answer is no. If you don't go out there and figure out a way to provide me value before you ever ask for anything, just know the answer is no. And Philip is the exact same. All of my guys are the exact same. They will not engage with you. Business owners, salespeople will not engage with you if you do not provide any value and you cannot produce and you cannot show that you are what you say you are. Philip, am I lying or am I talking facts?
No, that's exactly right. Like I don't respond to DMs like people fucking asking me for and you're right. Like my time is worth a lot and I'm not gonna network with you. Like sorry, like I have my network. I don't want to fucking connect with people that are at $0 a month. I want to connect with bigger people. And I think to kind of overcome that and work around that is buying into a network. Like for Closer Cartel, for example, yes, I invested a few $1,000s into that. But like I met Ishan, I met Luke Alexander, I met, the top coaches and I became friends with them because I was a cool guy and I was able to provide value for them. And that's where I started. So there's workarounds it for sure. And I think buying into a good network will do
There's only
numbers for
three
you.
ways that you move ahead in life, Philip, and people don't understand this. There's only two ways, okay? So listen closely, fuckheads. Listen closely. Take out a pen and paper or even a pencil like I do. Look, here's a big pencil. Big green pencil. Go on, Ireland. Okay? Big green pencil, all right? Very, very simple. There's two ways you get ahead. Either you pay or someone pulls. Okay? So you either build a ladder or someone reaches down and pulls you up. Now, as our great Philip or our great friend Philip has said, if you have to invest into a network, that is what you need to do. Okay. Unless I'm going to reach down and I'm feeling generous today and I see a charity case, I'm going to pull that guy up. I'm going to say, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, don't happen anymore. It's 2024, fuckheads. So the other way that you got to do is you got to invest your investment, which is money. You either invest time or money. That's it. They're the only two ways that you get ahead in this life. Okay. Now, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you're going to have to spend a lot of time. If you don't want to invest a lot of time, then you're going to have to invest your money. Okay. That's how it works. And as you've said, you connected with Luke. Okay. Then you were connected with Kishan and Alec. I've trained both of those two guys. Okay. Kishan now is Alex's fucking coach. I trained all of those people. All of those people I've actually trained. So just bear that in mind, guys. If you're looking around at different people in different places, just know it all revolves around this ginger kid right here. Okay, the boomerang goes all the way and around, and it comes back to me, moi. Okay, so just understand that's the education. The market, it's me. All right, and just know if you want to get ahead, that's how you do it. All right. Last question, very very simple. Jackie posted in here. CJ says, "What's your perspective on making sure you continue to make that amount of money month after month?" I think what the question is, what are you doing that is going to guarantee that you make that money every single day of every single week? What is it that you're like, what's your standard? As I always quote it inside, what is your level of standard that you must meet every day to hit the numbers?
Yeah. And I think it goes back onto just consistency and hard work ethic. Because if I do the same things over and over again, like I'm going to make 25, 30K a month every single month, right? Just closing, right? Now I'm sales manager, so I have to be coming up with new ideas. I have to be hiring and firing people. So with that, I'm always talking with my business owner, Mason, thinking of new ideas to make money for the company and thinking of more ways for the setters to improve. And I think if I just replicate what I did last month onto this month, it's not guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed, and especially in sales, it's not guaranteed. But my base would be 25K. And then anything after that, I have to come up with, I have to make sure I make more money for the company.
Yeah, to be able to justify it. I'm not giving you a base of 25K unless you're pulling in, $500,000 a month in revenue. It's just the reality.
Exactly.
And that comes back again to the skill set. It comes back to the relationships, comes back to reputation, everything. Like I'm fucking my hair. Look, honestly, guys, I'm losing my hair talking about the same shit every day because you fuckers do not understand this. You guys will not listen. You guys think that you know more than I. You fucking don't. You're fucking like borderline retarded. Okay, I've given you the playbook time and time again. Philip was giving you the playbook time and time again. It's fucking there in black and white. We tell you what to do. We show you what to do. We fucking produce it. I come live here multiple times a week. I give you the fucking playbook. I come live multiple times a month with my guys, my students, my guys that are producing money over fist. Okay, it's there for you guys. Okay, we've given it to you in black and white. Last question from me, Philip. How long did it take you to join?
Like,
And from the moment you heard about me, what I train, what I do, the standard that I hold, the leadership that we hold, the results that we produce, from the moment you said, "Oh, this Irish kid has a bit about him. He's got a big ego, but he actually produces, and he's a bit of a shithead, but he actually produces as far as I know he's going to deliver for me." Like when you heard that, and the time that you actually invested, how long was that?
honestly, I mean, I heard about you a few months before I got in, but I was just like saving up to get inside Elite. So my problem was logistics.
Right. How long did you wait? How long did you think?
Mm, so I joined in July. It was the first time I think I visited Tampa, which was in May, I believe.
Okay, so a couple of months, 2, 3 months. Yeah, right. Okay. Because there's fucking lunatics out there, right? I'm going to break this down. I'm going to make it make sense. There's lunatics out there that have followed me for 6, 12 months, okay? That are still sitting on the sidelines, that are still holding on, wishing, hoping, praying, counting cents, not dollars, cents, hoping that we throw them a bone. Guys, please, for the love of fucking Christ, get out of your own way. Invest in your fucking future. Invest in your skill set. Invest in your network. Invest in your relationships. Invest in your fucking, everything that you want to have moving forward. You cannot or will not get to where you want to go sitting on the sidelines playing the victim. Okay? What I mean by all that is you have to fucking move. Okay? Or move somewhere else. Invest in somebody. Invest in people that know more than you. Because I've invested, I'll tell you this, not that you need to know. I've dropped 150K cash this month alone. Okay. Jack will tell you, Jack, my line, my talk shit. Okay. Drop that this month alone. Okay. I'll tell you who we brought. Brought in Alex Hormozzi's client success manager. Okay. Firstly, brought in an entire marketing team. Okay. Brought in Devin Gato, I think his name is. Is that how we pronounce his name for our IG content? Okay. Brought in another podcast manager. Okay. Who's multiple 5 figures a year in investment. We've also brought in 2 other team members. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I can't tell you guys to invest in yourself if I don't invest in myself. Okay. I can't invest in myself if I don't produce. And if I don't produce, I can't generate. Okay. What I mean by all that is you're not going to guys ahead in life playing small and holding on to cents. Most of you don't even have dollars. And you're not going to get dollars unless you actually start operating with somebody who has dollars. So the big and end of all of this is I want you to figure out a way where you can get educated and developed. Whether that's with me, I'll fucking bend over backwards to help you. I'll actually go out of my way Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It does not matter. My whole team go out of our way every single day to help you produce. And if we're not the guys, that's also fine. But don't sit on the sidelines. Go somewhere else. Go to Luke Alexander. Go somewhere. Okay. He's a lot cheaper. He's a lot less than I am. Okay. Doesn't produce like I do. Okay. And that's fine because I coach most of his team, if not all of his team. And he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. But go somewhere. Like go somewhere else. Like allow someone to help you because you're not going to be successful in this market with people like Phillip, who you're competing with. He's 19 years of age. Okay. This is the level, this is the standard that I'm raising. We're raising. The objection box is raising it up. If you're not at that level, you're going to get crushed because Phillip will not hire you. I will not train you. You cannot get on where you want to go. You can't get into the offers that you want to get onto because you're not at the level and you're not at the standard.
I'll add something to that. Like even
You got the last
offers,
word.
yeah, even offers that come in, I recommend people from Objection Box Elite because I know they're fucking killers. And I always tell people like, hey, if someone's looking for a closer, like I know all the top fucking closers, hit me up, I'll connect you with one. And I do that. So getting into that network of and having the skills and being coached by someone who is respectable in the game, that's gonna get you so much further with offers, especially.
It's you're talking to the world, Philip. It's talking to the wall, like, yeah. That's what people understand. If people know that you produce and that you can produce and that you produce everywhere you go, people will go out of their way to connect you. That's how it works. So look, I appreciate you, buddy. I'm fucking impressed with you. I'm impressed with everything you're doing. The only thing that I have for you, and it's, don't take this the bad way, is I don't want you to ever drop your standard. Okay, I don't ever want to see you drop the standard of excellence that you've started to build. A lot of people that I've coached shoot off like a rocket. And the problem is that they do not solidify the habits, the routines, the rituals every single day. And like a rocket, what happens? The rocket comes down the other side. So this standard that you've hit, this level of excellence, this level of work rate has to stay there. Now, what you are going to do over the next 6, 12, 18 months, 2, 4, 5 years, is you're going to be very creative of how you can get the same out without the same in. Meaning, you leverage a team, you train teams, you take percentages off the board, you get equity, you build yourself into a partner, sales, fractional manager, all these kind of things. But you can only do that because you're a fantastic salesperson. People don't understand this. Like, this is the first step into getting to where you want to go, which is buy back your time and your freedom and everything else that you have. So look, I appreciate you, buddy. The last word is for you. Whatever you want to say, let's hear it. Please let me know if you want to come and train with us. If you want to get developed, just let me know. Just drop me a message. If not, look, I'm going to keep training you guys for free anyway. So I don't give a shit. I can do it all day, every day, and I do it all day, every day. But anyway, Philip, last word for you, buddy, and then we're out.
Invest into yourself. Put yourself in rooms where they're gonna make you grow. Really, if you truly want to make this work, I think like the biggest shortcut is just like investing into yourself. And put in the work every single day, show up every single day. Just put in the damn work. Like, this stuff does work, right? Sales does work, right? It worked for me. It worked for hundreds of people. I know people that changed their lives because of sales. I mean, I used to, fucking set for a sales program, and I saw how many lives changed through that. And the amount of people you change lives because of the or because of the program you're on. Like, the game is no joke. And have just like Bill said, have the skill set, have the results to back it, have the network, and have the branding to push you every single day and get you further.
Very good. Right, Jackie, we're out. Any last words?
No, Bill has been pretty much covering it all. You've been a fantastic ambassador for us, a fantastic example to everybody in our community and in our pages and in our group programs. What's attainable once you back yourself, and go all in. Philip is 19 years old, making fucking crazy money, so gotta back yourself, guys. Pull the trigger.
Yep. See you later. Adios. Good luck. Goodbye.
Bye, Philip.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right, guys.